Hello everybody, how are you doing? Are you happy? We hope so. Now you are 1 year older and ready for new things to learn and do together. We wish you the best of everything. Our English book for this year is called English Word. It's an amazing book and you're gonna enjoy it so much. We are going to start with Welcome Unit. Please kindly get prepared and open your student book page 4. We have divided the unit into two separate parts. Let's see part 1. The objectives of this session is to revise some structure or grammar rules. Do you remember our heroes? Mr. Flash, Miss Sparkle, Super Boots, Miss Swift, Mr. Smash, and Miss Smart. Say hello. Do you remember how to use while? While. We use it when we want to connect between two actions. One of them was a long one and the other one was shorter. Look at this example. While I was cooking dinner, the phone rang. Cooking dinner is a long action. It took too long time, but it was interrupted by the phone ringing. Please open your student book page 6. Exercise letter A. Complete the sentences. Number 1. While Mr. Flash, space, he, space. While Mr. Flash here is a singular noun, so was or were, was doing what? Check the pictures on your student book. While Mr. Flash was walking by the river, what happened? He saw a boy in the water, or he heard a boy. He heard a boy. Number 2. While Miss Swift doing what? What was she doing? She was shopping in the market. Was shopping in the market. What happened? A thief took her purse or her money. Great, well done. Number 3. While Super Boots was sleeping, what happened? The phone rang. Number 4. While Miss Sparkle and Miss Smart, what were they doing? They were watching TV. What happened? Someone knocked at the door. Why? We use why to ask about an explanation or ask for a reason. Why were you late? Why was he late? Look at this example. Why did you call me yesterday? Because I wanted to invite you to my birthday party. Or I called you to invite you to my birthday party. Can you see the difference between the two answers? Because I wanted to, or I called you to invite. Practice on page 7. Exercise B. Answer the questions. Number 1. Why did Mr. Flash dive into the river? He dived into the river to help or save the boy. Well done. Number 2. Why did Miss Swift fly through the air? Miss Swift flew through the air to catch the thief. Number 3. Why did Super Boots run to the park? Super Boots ran to the park to play football. Number 4. Why did Miss Sparkle and Miss Smart drive to Miss Swift's house? We need a reason. Miss Sparkle and Miss Smart drove to the Miss Swift's house to have a party, or because they wanted to have a party. Well done. Present simple passive. Look at this sentence. He opens the door. We have subject, verb, and an object. If you wanted to turn it to a passive, we start with the object and it becomes a subject. The door is opened by him. The door is opened by him. If we say the doors, we will say the doors are opened by him. Page 8. Exercise letter A. Complete the sentence with the verbs in the books. Help, take, feed, use. Number 1. The chickens by the farmer's daughter. What happened to the chickens? Chickens. Plural. We use is or are. Are fed. We used here the past participle form of the verb feed. Feed, fed, fed. Number 2. The farmer's son space by his dog. We use help or take or use. Yes, is helped by his dog. Number 3. The milk from the sheep and goats. Here milk is singular, so we use is used to make cheese. Number 4. The cheese is taken to market every week. You are doing very great. In this part, we're gonna know the difference between some adjectives ending with ed or ing. Look at this picture. This boy is bored. Why? Because he is reading boring books. Check the difference here between adjectives that end in ing and the adjectives that end in ed. Here we have an example. My flight was tiring. Tiring. I am tired right now. So, the flight was tiring. It caused a feeling. It was, I am tired right now. I am tired. Look at this list of some adjectives ending with ed or ing. Study them and use them when you write or you speak. And if you are a great one, a good boy or a good girl, you can put each one of them in a sentence. Let's practice on page 9. Exercise letter B. Complete the sentence with the correct word. Number 1. I am reading a space book at the moment. Fascinating or fascinated. Fascinating. Number 2. The children have nothing to do. They are boring or bored. They have a feeling. They feel something. Bored. Number 3. Juliet is very space in animals. Interesting or interested? Interested. Great. Use this word many times. Interested in. Interested in. Number 4. We saw such an exciting or excited film yesterday. Exciting. Well done. Present perfect tense. We usually use this tense When we want to express actions that happened in the past and they are still connected to the present or have effects in the present. This is how to form a sentence in present perfect tense, positive form. For example, I have done it. He has done it. And this is how to form a negative form of a sentence. For example, I have not done it or I haven't done it. Example number two, he has not done it or he hasn't done it. This is how to form a question. Have you done it? Has she done it? You can practice with your brother or sister or your parents and make a lot of sentences. Page 10. Exercise letter A. Complete the sentence with the verbs in the books. Eat, do, make, and write. Number 1. Space, you, space again, your homework yet. You here, we use has or have. Has? No, 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 no. Have. Have you done your homework? Number 2. Space Lucy, space that letter yet. Has Lucy written that letter yet? Written here, the third form or the past participle of write. Write, wrote, written. Do, did, done. Eat, ate, eaten. Make, made, made. You can write them in your mind to use them later. Number 3. The children have just eaten their lunch. Number 4. Grandma, what? Has or have? Has just made a cake. Yummy. Another exercise on page 11. Exercise B. Complete the sentence with the verbs in the books. See, arrive, hear, be. You can write the 3 forms or the third form only to use in the following sentences. See, saw, seen, and so on. Number 1. I space never space an orchestra. I have never heard an orchestra. Good. Number 2. Space you ever space to England. Have you ever been to England? Right. Number 3. Space Joe ever space at school early. Has Joe ever arrived at school early? Arrive at school. You remember? Arrive at a small place like schools or hospitals, and arrive to a big place like arrive to Egypt. Number 4. The men have never seen such a big fish. Such a big fish. Now we're gonna know how to use so and such. We can say simply about so and such that both of them usually have the same meaning like very. Both of them show extremes, and we can use both of them to add emphasis to the sentence. So, where is the difference here? Look at these sentences and know the difference. He was so active that he finished all the work in 1 hour. Active here an adjective, but it's not followed by a noun like the second one. He was such a patient man that he waited for 3 hours. A patient man, a man who is patient. Number three, she is such an active girl that she wakes up at 5 a.m. An active girl, a girl who is active. Last one, they were such brave men that they protected their town. Now, do you know how to use a and an? You have to remember the vowels A, E, I, O, and U. Great. Let's practice. Page 12. Exercise A. Complete the first part of the sentence with so, such a, such an, and such. Use your own ideas to finish the sentence. Number 1. The man was space strong that space. The man was so strong. We cannot say such a because we need a noun, such a strong man. And we cannot use such an because strong doesn't start with a vowel. So the best answer here is so. Number 2, it was such a scary film that it was such a scary film. Number 3, they were spaced good player that such good player that. Okay, if we replace here players with player, it will be the he was such a good player. He was such a good player. Well done. Number 4, it was space interesting book that it was such an interesting book that. And here you can do it yourself. Sorry, my darling. Here's how to make a sentence in a reported speech. On the left, you have the direct speech. On the right, you have the reported speech. If you want to tell something that was said by someone else, for example, she always wears a coat. When we turn it, we say, he said that she always wore a coat. You can check all the table to use them later. Exercise page 13. Exercise B. What did they say? Number 1. She said the boys are asleep. She said that the boys were asleep. Number 2. He said she plays the piano. He said that she played the piano. Number 3. I can't swim. I said that I couldn't swim. Number 4. It's time to go. They said that it was time to go. That was the end of part 1 of Welcome Unit. I hope you enjoyed your time. See you next time. Bye bye.